The Oklahoma City Thunder had their first Summer League game tonight, and there were some disappointing moments from a few of our players, but there were two guys that played very well and showed glimpses of being a really good player for the Oklahoma City Thunder coming up this next season, and someone that may have earned his spot in that final roster rotation piece for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm talking about the two rookies that we drafted this year, not including Topic, talking about Dillon Jones and AJ Mitchell, as AJ Mitchell, in my opinion, was the best player for the Thunder tonight. I'm going to be honest, okay? I was thinking to myself, watching the game on the live stream, and I kept on thinking, the more I thought about it after the live stream, I was like, man, he reminded me a lot of Aaron Wiggins. He does everything well. Doesn't do everything at like a great rate. It's just he does everything well, which kind of allows him to have so many different avenues when he's on the court, whether it's passing ability, defense, rebounding, playmaking, or scoring. He does everything well that allows him to open up and focus on one aspect in that game. And in this game, it was everywhere. He was all over the court. He was. Dillon Jones showed glimpses of being a really good player, and it showed in the stat line as well for the Oklahoma City Thunder. As you can see here, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. All right, I couldn't really see that, so you guys probably couldn't see it either. So I'm going to make this bigger here. All right, from Three Cone, he tweeted out, first Summer League game for the rookies is in the books. These are the stats here. Dillon Jones almost had a triple-double. 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. He almost had a triple-double, and I didn't even realize it. Now, he did have some shooting woes, especially from behind the arc. He only made one, went 1 of 5 from behind the three-point line. We'll break that down a little bit later. But it was good to see him actually shooting the three ball. Wasn't a part of his college game at all. So it's nice to see him trying to build up that confidence in his three-point shot, especially if he wants a chance to be a bench player and rotation guy for the Oklahoma City Thunder this season. Same with AJ Mitchell. Look at this stat line real quick. Look at this stat line. I'm also going to bring up more for him. AJ Mitchell had 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. You see what I mean by it reminded me a lot of Aaron Wiggins, how he played tonight. Just all over the floor. He was doing everything well. He really was. When you go and look at it some more, all right, break down his stats a little bit more here. This is everything for him. Oklahoma City Thunder rookie AJ Mitchell today at Summer League. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 6 of 10 from the field, so a 60% clip there, and 2 of 4 from behind the arc, 50%. That is efficiency. And that's what the Thunder love when you look at all the box scores from previous games last season. Games that we dominated and won, we were shooting above 50%, probably like 55% from the field, and 40% from behind the three-point line. So the fact he was 2 of 4, 50% from behind the three-point line, and 60% from the field fits in well in 28 minutes of play. All right, you see what I mean? How it reminds me a lot of Aaron Wiggins. How nothing really stands out to you besides the efficiency, which is the same thing with Wiggins, who's a 50% three-point shooter. All right, everything is just well. He does everything well. Defensively, he really stood out with 3 steals and 2 blocks. It's just the fact he does everything well, which really stands out to me when you just look at this stat line he produced. All right, and I'm pretty sure his plus minus, we'll see that later. I think it was +7, +8, but we also had some other guys that balled out. But I seriously think AJ Mitchell was the MVP for the Thunder today. All right, even though we lost, he was, in my opinion, probably the second best player on the court behind, and I can't remember his name, this dude that had 29 points. All right, he balled out, and we'll look at that box score as well for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's just, you look at this, it is very similar to an Aaron Wiggins box score when I think about it. That's what it reminds me of a ton. It's just the fact he does everything well. He does everything at a very efficient and high rate and plays, he's good at every aspect of his game. Nothing really stands out. It's just he does everything well, which is great, all right? That's what you need from bench players, all right? You need someone that just does something well. You need someone like that off the bench. And in case we ever do lose Aaron Wiggins, which I don't think we will, or we lose another bench player, he is a perfect fit to step in there. That's what I was thinking tonight. He seems ready. Dillon Jones showed he showed glimpses of being ready as well, like shooting the 3 ball, not being afraid to shoot that. That's good to see from him, all right? He didn't like to shoot the 3 ball in college. Seeing that right now, I love that. He showed glimpses on defense and rebounding-wise. He showed very good glimpses there. It's just he needs to be able to hit down his shots a little bit more and look a little more comfortable. Now, going to the box score, all right? Looking at this, there is something that stands out to me. Ousmane Dieng, all right, who I talked about highly. How I said this summer league is very crucial for him, how he needs to prove himself. He looked lost at times. Not offensively, to be honest, it wasn't offensively he looked lost at times. It was defensively. Now, offensively, he could be a little bit more aggressive. I'll be honest, he could be. Defensively, though, that first quarter he played, he was very passive. He wasn't really contesting shots. He was, to be frank, he was a cone on defense that first quarter, that first half of the game. Second half, he looked better, but then he sacrificed it on the offensive end. He only scored 2 points in the second half. Only 2. And he played 11 minutes in the second half, okay? He played the entirety of the first quarter, and that was it. Then he played 11 minutes in the second half of the game. And he only had 2 points. That's not good. And he didn't shoot it efficiently either. 3 of 14 from the field. 1 of 4 from behind the three-point line. He was 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Cool. Yeah, whatever. -4 plus minus. But he did have 6 boards and 5 assists and 2 steals. And the 2 steals came in the second half of play. So he picked that up. Playmaking-wise, he looked more comfortable handling the ball, passing the ball around. Rebounding-wise, he was putting in work there in 31 minutes of play. He just needs to knock down a shot. I don't think he made a single mid-range jump shot today, which is insane. All right, he needs to be able to hit that mid-range. Look at the rest of the guys here. Adam Flagler, he played great too. All right, 18 points, 6 of 14 from the three-point line, 6 of 15 from the field. I just don't like how he took so many three-point shots, but if you are open, I don't mind you shooting it. That's the thing. He was open, so I don't mind it. I don't really mind it then. All right. Looking at some more stuff here, just looking at it. Dylan Jones, like I mentioned, 4'11". He just needs to be able to hit that three-point shot. Kelly, he played all right, man. The rest of the guys here, Keontae Johnson, I was very disappointed in. I'm going to be honest. I think he played horrible. All right. I think it was horrible. Sure, he had 12 points there. He was 3 of 7 from the field. A lot of mental errors from him. All right. A ton of mental errors from Keontae Johnson. That really cost a lot of points. Okay. He only had 3 turnovers, but those turnovers ended up leading to points on the other end for the 76ers. And right now he's a free agent. He hasn't, signed a 2-way contract with us or anything anymore. He's still kind of a free agent. He can still sign with someone else after the summer league. And he's not going to get that contract offered from us if he keeps this up as the thing. He played well in the G League last season, and I don't know where that went here. He just was in his own head. Just being honest, he was in his own head, and that caused him to play horribly. He made that first, costly turnover. Got in his head there. Boom. Blew a wide open layup, got in his head even more, and just mistake after mistake kept on piling on, and he wouldn't flush it down the drain. This is a game he just has to flush down the drain. As a team, 39% from the field, 32% from the three-point line. We got to be better. 16 or 10 offensive boards. I like that. We're getting offensive boards. I like that. Now looking at Philadelphia, all right, they had a guy, Council, who went off for 29 points, 19 points in the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened. He just kind of went off there. He just showed up out of nowhere and took control of the game. And, if we held, if he didn't have that 19-point fourth quarter, maybe it's closer. Maybe we come away with a win. But like I was saying, Summer League, you're not really worried about the wins or losses. You're worried about your guys getting in reps and actually improving. And we saw that with A.J. Mitchell and Dylan Jones, how, okay, maybe we won the draft. I was thinking that while watching them play, especially A.J. Mitchell. I was like, man, he might end up being the steal of the draft. I was talking about that with Dylan Jones. Watching A.J. Mitchell and I'm thinking he might have been the steal of the draft. Not Filipowski, not Dylan Jones, not some other guys that were late first rounders or early second rounders. A.J. Mitchell might be the steal of the draft after watching how he played tonight. And looking at some of these other guys, Jared McCain, rookie for the 76ers, he played well, 15 points. All right, he played well. It's just the Thunder, with the 2 rookies that we had play tonight, and not including Topic, and if he comes and plays like how everyone projects him to play, we won the 2024 NBA draft. That's simple. We just keep on getting better, and Sam Presti is constantly hitting. We know he's good at drafting, all right? A lot of people are concerned, like, why didn't you take a big man? Why'd you take these guards? And they showed it tonight with some glimpses, especially if Dylan Jones, he showed some glimpses. And A.J. Mitchell, I don't think any part of his game he played bad. I mean, I saw like 1 or 2 bad plays from him. Other than that, he played great, okay? Dylan Jones almost with the triple-double. A.J. Mitchell with, an Aaron Wiggins-esque performance. All right, I was thinking to myself, I even, tweeted out and said my Aaron Wiggins, player of the game was A.J. Mitchell, just because of how similar the stat lines are to his, all right? Gets a few boards, gets you a few assists, gets you a few points, very efficient, does well defensively, gets you a block and steal at least. It was a very Aaron Wiggins-esque performance from him, and I love that. I love that from our bench players. on the Thunder organization and the Thunder roster, and he could very well get roster minutes if he keeps this up. If he keeps this up and improves his rebounding just a tad bit more, he could be a legit rotation guy for the Thunder if he improves like this. But he has to keep doing that. I don't know if it's just a one-game thing or, if he actually is that guy. But we'll see in more Summer League games, and Dylan Jones with almost a triple-double. We'll talk about Ousmane Dieng and some other guys that we've had on the team for a little bit in another video. I just really wanted to highlight those two guys because it was a great performance by them. Even in a loss, it was a great performance by both of them. That's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally thought about the Summer League. I'm really interested in what you guys think about Dylan Jones and AJ Mitchell. If you guys have opinions about Ousmane Dieng, let me know as well. Other guys, that you were kind of surprised by or, impressed by. But really let me know what you guys thought about AJ Mitchell and Dylan Jones in this game. And I'll see you guys in the next video.